Found out about this particular story, I was just absolutely amazed and fascinated, but at the same time kind of horrified by some of the specifics about it, because it was unlike anything that I had really ever heard of. Story, this family that lived in this home had only lived there for about 6 months, and there were some just wildly haunted paranormal activity going on, ghostly apparitions that were being seen, people were being attacked. The husband that lived there in the home took on a different type personality, unlike anything that they had ever known before. And the lady that lived there with him, she later contacted me and she told me, you know, that we had been married for 10 years and it was 10 of the best years of my life, but the things that happened from the time that we moved in that house until the time that he committed suicide were just inexplicable. And some of the team members of Para were fascinated with the story and they really wanted to see this place. So we stopped by for a visit, and it turned into an investigation. There is no doubt to me that there was something in that basement, because the very first time that I ever visited that property, when I was doing the research, we walked around to the door on the outside of the house. I never went into the home, but there was sounds, strange sounds and things coming from the basement. I knew when I walked into that place that there was not the point of us trying to prove the existence of the afterlife, because it's there.
In a world filled with
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring.
Wow. Who would do that? Who would put down baby powder at the door? Hello?
I shit my EUTP in my bag.
I got the
Yeah, but they put powder all over the stairs.
to see
Somebody's
who comes in.
investigating.
During research for the Devil's Den, the former owner told me about a dark shadow that was witnessed by members of her family. The homeowner's son was out on the property late one evening, and he and a friend had stopped by out there, and the dark shadow actually approached their car. He got some footage of that and just started clipping the camera, and what he picked up was the most horrific face that I have ever seen in my life, and I have no doubt that that dark shadow is a demon.
Whoa! I'm not going down there. Right. The initial feeling when finding the door to the basement and looking down there was that nothing good lurked down there at all. Ooh.
Did you hear that? What did you hear?
Somebody's walking over there.
Oh.
In the yard.
Here.
Look, that's sick. Oh.
A tooth?
A skull.
No, a skull.
Laid in the front yard.
There you go. Yours, this one's big. That's
Oh. When you get to the bottom of the stairs, you notice there's many rooms that are built down there that were never finished. There's this one particular room, when you come down the stairs, it's right in front of you, and it has this half wall.
picture. Oh, this is like Blair Witch stuff. Yeah.
And for some reason, that room bothered me the most. I didn't want to go either further into there. At that point, it's like something was waiting in that little room. And then it's like it goes this way. Like the laundry room's down there, but you see the dryer. We could feel that we were not alone. In front of us was a shadow figure in the next room. We didn't discover this till watching the playback.
I wasn't prepared to meet the scariest creature of all, with sharp teeth and a nasty tail. I'll face a ghost any day before I rendezvous with this creature.
Ah, mouse.
Oh shit.
It ran away.
Oh no, it's a mouse.
After our abrupt leave to the basement, we went to go and look into the footsteps we heard. There we also encountered another shadow figure moving around in the room on the right, in that doorway and on the landing.
Hello? Okay, good. What is upstairs, Lisa? Kim?
It's a bedroom.
I think
It's got a mattress. I
There
can
it
walk
is.
up the bed.
You've already been up there?
Yeah.
Was there a person up there?
No, nobody's up there. I went up there because I heard. After a look around, there was no physical person up there. I was on my way down to Lisa when my mic picks up something extraordinary. You got the voice of the spirit box? What was that? You got the voice of the spirit box? What was that? You got the voice of the spirit box? What was that? Yes.
What the hell was that? Is there somebody else in the house?
No.
Oh God.
Were they downstairs, huh? That's what I heard when I was standing in the doorway up there, like something rustled.
I didn't know you were back there.
See, I wish this one saved like the other one. It just gives you the words.
No, that's not good. This is some scary shit. Yeah, back there in that bathroom, it was just saying a bunch of random stuff, and I said something about the baby, and then I said,
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
"This is Lisa Williams. She was the owner of this home. How long did you and your family live here?"
We moved in, I'm thinking it was February of 2015, and we ended up, and his death was August the 1st of 2015, so not long at all.
Not long at all. Lisa, if you will, just tell us a little bit about what had transpired the morning or a couple of weeks before your husband Stephen had passed away. You said that he had had an experience where he was having conversations with people that were not there, and he had gone to his truck and there were a couple of children in the truck. Can you tell us about that incident?
Yes. He was very secretive. He didn't want people to think he was crazy, because this is, people really don't believe in this. A lot of people don't believe in it, seeing is believing. But yes, he drove a truck on the road, and he got in his truck, and he did leave the house, and he said there was a boy and a little boy and a little girl in the back sleeper. And he said it woke him up, and he looked up, and there they was. And he said they were just talking to each other, and the little girl said, "Is he dead?" And so they would just continue talking back and forth to each other, and he could hear them, and he said, "Who are y'all?" And said that he reached up there to touch them, and when he did, they were gone.
Oh my goodness.
And I've heard the children playing on the front porch, and my kids be at school. And the dog heard him. He barked. I opened the door, looked, there's nothing. We did have, with my adopted son, we did have a knock on the door, and he went to open the door. There was nothing there. And that's when things seemed to go really south. We were told that he let something in that shouldn't have been let in. I don't know.
So I'm walking into the living room right near the spot where the homeowner's husband had committed suicide just 2 years before on this day, the anniversary. As I was walking past the stairs there, she had put a guitar up because he loved to play the guitar. I never got close enough to move that guitar in any way. The floor didn't move with me walking across it, and oh my gosh, that startled me. And just, really validated that here we go. It's the start of the investigation, and already inexplicable things are starting to happen. So that was a moment that really startled me.
Saw it. Yes. It was on the floor. It was really fast, like a blink.
Stephen, when I began doing research on the Devil's Den a couple of years ago, the former homeowner told me some reports of an old hag that was seen, the spirit rather of an old hag that was seen by some of the family members. And she was described as having grayish skin coloring. She had big, huge, black or hollow eyes, and she was humpback. But she was tall with a humpback, and she was actually seen by her son, and I witnessed this image the day that I first visited the property a couple of years ago. So it was very scary.
From here.
Play the song that you used to play for the kids. But just start it. Just let me know you're here.
Steve, was something tormenting you while you were here? While you lived here?
You heard that, right? That was a male voice that answered your question on my spirit box. Yes. Yes.
Tell him I still love you.
Steve, Lisa loves you. He's expressing that he's very sad about leaving the kids. I don't know who the kids are.
That's them, to them, they were his dad, and he was their dad.
Okay.
Because their dad was in and out of their life and embraced them since they were babies.
Yeah, he's saying that, and he's wearing jeans. He has some blue jeans. Lisa?
The sun, of course. Oh, yeah, there's a huge shadow coming up the sidewalk. He said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He is tearful. He is, he's very, very sorry.
We need you so bad.
He said he's sorry that, he hurt you and the kids. Please don't cry anymore.
When I was able to get upstairs during the spirit box section to take another look into the shadow that Sydney had saw, there was nothing there, but I was given a warning.
This is the way he's moving his hands. He's taking the back of his hand and he's doing this right here. And he's doing this. Like that.
This is what we did on the porch that day.
That's the way he's showing me right now. This is what he's doing. And he's got on a cap. It's a little bit raised up. I don't have a cap, so I can't show you, but it's raised up just a little bit. But he is shaking his head and taking the back of his hand like this and doing this. That's what he wants me to see. That's what he's showing me. He's very, I feel your pain, but I feel his as well. It's real difficult for me because I'm absorbing your emotions, and that happens. So it makes me cry, and I feel the same thing that you do.
But he is, he's very remorseful, and he is crying, and he does know that you have grieved very bad over this, and he does not want you in the living, in the present, to suffer anymore. And that's why he is saying, I am so sorry. There seems to be something here that's very, very old. I do think that there could have been something that could have been conjured up through a lifestyle or playing with Ouija boards and things like that. But definitely there is something here that's not going away easily. If you're willing to do that, wow. And the spirit box goes in and out, but for whatever reason, my spirit box is not, the sound is not very loud. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, I remember that when that happened.
Absolutely.
And it was her that the son, the homeowner's son, said that this particular spirit terrorized him. He was like 13, 14 years old, I think, at the time. But anyway, he was absolutely terrorized by this spirit. And if I remember correctly, the homeowner told me that her son claimed that he was attacked, physically attacked by that particular spirit. And he went running out of the house and down the driveway, and like several feet away from the house. And he was just absolutely, she was like, what is going on? What's wrong or whatever? And he was telling her, this is what happened to me. So, and then, of course, there was the uncle that supposedly saw the same thing. So we're sitting in a chair on at the end of the porch, in a rocking chair.
I believe that this particular woman is an ancient spirit. She has been there, and I think you also agree with that. She was there long before the house was there.
And you are something else. Do you live here in the basement, perhaps? Put the light back off. Turn the light off to answer the question. Do you live here? You'll have to tap it again really hard. Do you live here? Are you the spirit of a person? My foot is just like throbbing. Pain, my left foot. Are you a spirit of a person, or are you an evil spirit? No, I asked too, it's confusing. Are you an evil spirit?
Notice how the upstairs doorway to the right has no visible light coming through anymore, which could only mean something big is blocking that doorway.
Headphones, you don't have headphones?
I got headphones. I got headphones.
You do have headphones. Okay.
Y'all can use mine too, it's the from the steps. Double sweet.
Okay, we got headphones and a mask, so who's got spirit box wants to be?
Excuse me. A spirit box, and I got a spirit box.
During the start of the spirit box session, Sandy was in the room with Lisa and was overcome with an ill feeling.
Still have it?
Too loud?
Are you doing this to Sandy? Are you protecting her?
Listen.
Answer me and tell me if you are expecting Sandy. Did you also affect Steve when you lived there? Is that the reason that things happened
Take her.
the way they did?
Yep.
What you did to Steve. Tell me what you did to the woman that had her baby here.
Here.
Did you also influence her? Did you invade her mind and her thoughts? I'm trying to ignore it. It's hard for me to think of right now.
I can only see it through the camera, but it goes in our closet. And it was the day we got there.
Go.
Is that you? Are you going back and forth? Because I can feel you.
White light going on that I can't see with my eyes, but I can see it.
You said when I asked you that before, you answered more questions, or is more your last name?
How?
I think you've been here a very long time. You were here before the house was built. And this became your playground.
Who?
And everybody in it, your puppets. Would that be right?
It was a laugh.
I think I made it. Thank you, Mary. We're all together. And I'm going to ask you one more question. If someone moved in and bought this house, would there be more tragedy here because of you?
Who, me?
Yes, you. I want you to answer the question. Would there be more tragedy surrounding
Robert?
this land or this house? Answer the question. Obviously not.
I don't know.
Answer the question. We're going to go last chance.
Stop.
We're going to stop.
That was a child's voice.
Is
No problem.
I've got chills on. I'm sweating, but I feel some
That's a child at the end?
In there.
Upon investigating the basement, we found a section of the wall that appeared to have been altered. In 2008, a man disappeared the Sunday after Thanksgiving, not far from the Devil's Den. Further investigation into the man's disappearance has led a person who wishes to remain anonymous to believe that he might be buried here.
It's that darkness.
Can you knock on the wall?
Oh.
And I'm standing on the stairs over there when I heard the thing.
You want us to bust out this wall?
Is it what?
Is there something behind this wall? I hear laughter. Oh, a nice machete. Thank you.
Where?
Did somebody die right here? What happened?
At our final session in the basement, Sydney had the spirit box on, but there was this other sound of voices, like in an argument or a struggle, that wasn't coming from the spirit box or anyone else in the house with us. It just proves how much this house and whatever's here can start to get into your head.
Stop hiding from me. What is it, Noah? Please go upstairs.
Is that him?
And we have wrapped up an investigation here, captured a lot of evidence. You told us that there is a lot of limestone
Yes,
that's located not far from the property.
yes, in the back.
Okay, and one of our investigators, who is our second clairvoyant on the team, Lisa Kyle, did a walkthrough around the property and identified some structures that she believes are portals. And then we had another one of our investigators, Para 3, Dina actually had some dreams and things before we came to the place today, and she really felt like that this was, she called this place a portal to hell. Based on the prior history of the place and all the things that happened to you and your family, I lean toward that as well. Is there anybody else? Is there anything else that you would like to say about this place?
Well, I'm leaving it and I'm not coming back to it. I mean, it's been a total heck staying here. I mean, from door slamming, just randomly slamming, to my child and my deceased husband seeing this real tall old woman, gray skin, black eyes, hunchback, and and it's just been one thing after the other. My youngest grandson went running out of the house, and he was headed straight off the end of that porch.
Okay.
And there was something black when my adopted son was going after him. He said there was something like it's trying to stop him. There was something black because he remembers jumping over it. There was nothing there.
Wow.
And he grabbed him before he went over the edge of that. And as you and I know, that's very tall. If he went over that, he would be dead.
Right.
And it's very sad. We went through to where the phone lines was cut. And he liked to have passed away twice in the basement. One with carbon monoxide poisoning. And my uncle, which was down there with him, has had the bottom part of his heart cut out, and it didn't even affect him. So the ambulance came and had to give him a whole tank of oxygen.
So it almost makes you feel like that Stephen was targeted.
He was. And because he passed out at the end of the stairs, what they were doing, both double doors was open downstairs, down in the basement. And then him and my uncle came. I was gone to town with the kids, and him and my uncle came back, and the gas was turned on, and there was nobody here, but the house was filled with natural gas.
That is crazy.
And so they turned it off and opened the doors and stuff, and when I got back and said, don't go in there, and I'm like, what's going on? And they told me, and that's what had happened. And we had a couple of house dogs in there, plus a couple of cats, and it never affected them. I don't know
There's
why.
no explanation for that.
But and the day that he done the shooting, or it might have been the day before, I'm not 100%. But we kept our shells in our closet, and we kept the shotgun in our closet. And there were shells randomly being placed on the counter. There were shells randomly coming up on the table. And he kept asking my adopted son, he says, why do you keep getting these shells out? He says, I'm not. He says, I'm not getting these shells out. So he'd go put them back in the box. So I don't know how the shells were getting out, if unconsciously he was. I can't say. I really can't say. I don't know. But it was
something was going on.
Yes, very much so. Something was going on.
Okay. Well, we certainly do appreciate so much you letting us come out. I said 2 years ago when I came over here and was met at the property just to look around, just to get a feel of it, because I was doing the research for the story in the book. I had my own experiences while I was here for 15 minutes, and it was a little bit traumatizing to me, and I said that I would never return here ever. So I had to put on my big girl pair of pants and of course I have the team with me, and come back and do some investigating. And it's not a place that I would come by myself for sure. Or even attempt to investigate or collect any evidence by myself. But definitely this has been an experience, and it has just, more validated the things that I felt. But thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank
and
y'all.
I know
Thank
this was
y'all.
tough on the day that it is the anniversary of Stephen's death. We do believe that he is at peace. and he wants you to be at peace and to have a fantastic life from this point forward. And I think you're right that it will be very difficult for this place to be cleansed of what it for anybody that moved here. So, but thank you so much. It was so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
All right.
Get over here. He's saging the crap out of everybody.
Thank you, Shoulder Plum.
Hold your breath. It ain't coming with us, I can tell you. Let me sage you. The whole time y'all were interviewing, I was saging away. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it.